Hello and welcome back to Here We Tow. Well, it's Tin to Tum Tuesday again, and this week what we've got in store is an omelette. We've been out all day, we've been to Weston-super-Mare, walking up and down the pier, so we've come back and all I want to do is throw something quickly together which everybody wants to do once they've been out exploring on the holidays. So what we've got today, we've got mushroom, cheese, obviously the eggs for the omelette, we've got butter, we've got a red pepper, onion, some spring onions, salt and pepper and a bit of oil. So I'm going to chuck it on the cob. Join us after this. So thank you for coming back. Basically, because this is such a quick and easy sort of meal to prepare and to sort out, what I've done is I've gone through everything. I've chopped and diced some onion and some red pepper. I've also chopped some garlic, thinly sliced, cut some spring onions, diced up some mushroom to go inside, and obviously the cheese is ready. Just to quickly show you what I did with the mushroom, as I said before, I peel them. So all I do is I go underneath the skin and I just simply peel them all off until that's all gone, and then I slice it all up. So that's all ready to go. What I'm going with today is the Cobb frying pan. So I'll get that onto the heat. The coals are already nice and grey, nice and warm, so I'll get that nice and hot so it's ready for the mushroom. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to fry the mushroom off with a little bit of garlic, a little bit of oil and butter, put that to one side, and then I'm going to start with the omelette. So let's get cracking. A little bit of oil into the pan. Just a small slither of butter. So now that's had a bit of time to heat up, let's go on with the mushrooms that I've chopped and prepared. And you're looking for these to fry off, so they'll go nice and translucent. What I'm going to do is once they start cooking down, I'm going to add the garlic, a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, and then keep them going. So we shall come back once they're starting to brown off. So now that these are starting to sizzle away nicely, they've dropped a little bit of moisture, and what I want to do is I want to fry them so they will go wet, but then it'll dry off and it'll start to dry out so you can actually take them off and they're about ready then. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the garlic. Now to mix in with it. The reason that I'm adding that now is because if I was to put it on right from the start, then it'd just go bitter. It'd cook, it'd burn, it'd go bitter. So I'm adding it once the mushrooms have started to cook just that little bit more, so they're lovely to take on the flavour. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to add the onions and the peppers. Soften those off nicely with the mushrooms, and then what I'm going to do is they're going to go off to one side and be the filling for the omelette. So all I need to do now is just cook this down. So join me in a little while once that's done. And what I'm going to add now, because I did forget, is a little bit of salt and pepper. So I don't need a great deal, literally. Bit of pepper, bit of salt. Mix it all in so that it's seasoned whilst it's wilting down and all cooking together. So just while we're waiting for that to finish off, You can do this with anything. You can do it with meat, without meat. I've gone for a sort of vegetarian option here with the onion, the cheese, the peppers and the mushroom. but you can mix it up and you can do a myriad of things with it. All you need to do is just make sure everything's cooked, so that once you've done your omelette, you can put it all in together and it'll just all be done at the same time, because once you start putting the eggs in, sorting everything out, it's really easy and quick to pull together. So that's that. So just while we're waiting for that, what do you think of the new awning? This will be coming in an upcoming vlog very soon, so keep your eyes peeled for that one. Just while this is finishing, we'll be back in a second to put it all back together. So as we can see now, the onions are starting to go translucent, which is where I want them. The peppers are getting nice and soft, and the mushrooms are lovely and soft as well. So leave that for another couple of minutes just whilst that's finishing off. So whilst I'm waiting for that, let's sort out the eggs. So I go for a 3-egg omelette. Try not to break them like I did earlier. Always keep back a bit of shell, because if you do drop a little piece in, it's far easier to get it out with the shell than it is chasing it around with your fingers. All we need to do now is mix the egg till the whites and the yolk are all mixed together, and that'll give a nice consistent colour all the way through your omelette. So as you can see there, I use a fork. Don't want to use a whisk because you don't want too much air in it. Make sure it's all mixed nicely together. Once you've got it nicely together, again, bit of salt, bit of pepper, some people do add a little bit of water, some people do add a little bit of milk. I just like it just as it is. So this is now ready, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to dish that to one side. So again, once you've got your pan up to heat again, medium heat, not too hot, a little bit of oil, a little bit of butter, and add your mixture in. So see how this goes. Whatever fat you're using, just make sure that you cover the whole of the bottom of the pan so that your eggs don't have a chance to stick and they cook that beautiful flavour all the way through. And all you need to do then, easier with a frying pan, just make sure you cover all the bottom, roll it into place. This is why the beauty of a non-stick pan, especially on the Cobb. Once it starts changing colour, goes that little bit paler, you know that it's starting to cook all the way through. As you can see there, it's starting to be harder to move around. That's getting quite close to being where you want to be. As you can see, it's not filling in the gaps quite as quickly as it was before. I'm going to take that out for now, leave it for a few more minutes just to finish off, put these bits away, and just keep an eye on where it's actually going. This is the important, crucial bit now. Just making sure that it's cooked all the way through. Just moving it away from the edge. And I've got to say that that is get in there. Still a bit loose on top, cooking nicely. You can see that the edge has started to cook in itself as well. I am not a chef. I don't want to serve up raw food, so I never have done it like this. I have seen people finish them here, fold them over, keep the residual heat so they keep cooking. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add my topping, which nearly forgot. I'm going to add a sprinkle of cheese first. Just a sprinkle. This is just cheddar cheese that's already grated. So I'm just going to have a little bit of cheese. And then I'm going to put this mushroom, garlic, onions, pepper, red pepper, just over the top, spreading it out nice and evenly. Nice and evenly on top. Going to put the lid on just for another 30 seconds whilst that's just finishing off, to make sure that it is cooked fully all the way through. So there you have it, a couple of minutes further on. Now what I'm going to do is I'll serve this up. What I'm going to do here is I'm just going to fold one side in and the other side over, like that, onto the plate. And there we have it. That's me done, for a little bit of added greenery. Bit of spring onion just over the top, give it a little bit more crunch. And as if by magic, just a little bit of salad to finish the omelette. As I said, that's how I like it. It's not particularly sort of out of the rule books as you would serve it. It'd be a little bit more watery cooking afterwards. That's exactly how I like it. So there's my vegetarian option in an omelette. Hope you enjoyed that. Thank you very much for watching. I'm going to have something to eat because I'm starving. It's been a busy day, and hopefully catch you in the next one. See ya. You didn't think I'd leave it there, did you? Taste test time. Let's give it a go. Bit of it all. The mushroom and the garlic, the pepper, it all comes, sorry, it's lovely. So, I'll catch you next time. Bye. And the cheese and the onion. Oh.